VLDC, Turbulent Caves, Secret Exit, 3-up Moon, Custom Music. Good luck. Secret Exit? I thought they weren't doing those this year. This would be the first one I've seen that did that. Alright, Turbulent Caves. Ooh. It's very modern shootery, in that it's all very brown. Very Call of Duty, Modern Warfare type of thing. Okay, I just noticed the buzzsaw on the end of the ghosts. I always like that bit. That's a bat, okay. How is this turbulent? So far, these caves seem to be relatively peaceful. Nope. Okay. Thought I saw a flying hammer, brother, but I guess that's not what I saw. Alright, so there's a pipe over there. I think I'm gonna go for the pipe first. No. I'm gonna get the power up first, then we'll get the pipe. Alright, well, so far so good. Nintendo finally pulled the trigger in the suing Pow World for patent infringement. That seems like it's bullshit to me. But the issue I understand, because they patented it after the other people used it. So typically you can't patent something after it's been publicly exhibited. You have to patent first, then exhibit. Otherwise, it's prior art. I'm not a lawyer. Do not confuse me as one. But it's definitely an odd decision at this point in time for them to do that. Very Paula Abdul. The song? Oh god. I wasn't prepared. I didn't know what I was looking at. Oh, 54th? No, I'm not ragging this. I'm definitely not ragging on the level yet. Like, this seems fine. The aesthetics are a little bit, like... I appreciate what's happening here, but I don't think I particularly like the aesthetics, is all I'm saying. Yeah, Nintendo's being dumb about that. The thing is, I don't know how the Japanese patent system works. I know roughly how the American patent system works. But that shit would not fly in the American patent system. It would get thrown out pretty quick. If they had reasonable lawyers. It's the sort of thing the EFF would probably be willing to find somebody to work pro bono if they really needed it. Because it's such a stupid case. It would be such a stupid case. Like, legitimately dumb. If that was in fact what they were doing. But Nintendo is as Nintendo does. They'll do dumb things like that. That was a little bit mean right there. I should turn up the audio again because I turned it way down for that castle level earlier and then never turned it back up. Yeah, this is much more turbulent than the last section was. Like, there was... No, I didn't... Does the key sit there? Especially after Power World signed that deal with Sony. Oh. Yeah. I mean, trying to get a patent for, like, Pokeballs is just so silly, because so many other games have done the same thing beforehand. I mean, along with Pokemon, clearly. But, like, they should have been suing a lot long... They should have filed a patent and sued more than 20 years ago if it was going to make any sense in the American patent system. So... Yeah, I had one job, and I definitely didn't do it. I'm not reading that room very well. Should not have regrabbed the vine. Now, what else? It occurs to me that if I'd been better prepared for today, I could have gotten away with playing one of the Secret of Monkey Island games. Because apparently it is a Talk Like a Pirate Day. Yeah, or at least, yeah, yesterday was. think the 19th is Talk Like a Pirate Day. I never did one theme day this month. Cerno Day. I still need to go back and play that again. Because it was fun. On the plus side, maybe they'll stop producing shit mainline titles. Oh, hope springs eternal. I mean, I thought people liked what they did with some of the stuff they did with Violet. I mean, terrestrialization at least was an interesting mechanic. Much more interesting than make my Pokemon dig. Talk Like a Pirate Day. Always. Never seed, always leech. Yep. Man, I hadn't torrented anything in years either. Not that I can remember. I guess I did torrent that like a year ago. But at least for some torrents, I would try to seed, but not all of them. But I was never like big into private torrent things, and so typically the things I would be looking for would be like really weird shit on public trackers. So okay, this time shall be different. Okay, it does work the way I think it does. That's... Oh, come on now! Not to be confused with Talk Like an Irate Day. Yeah, if there was a Kaizo block outline, I couldn't see it. I assumed I needed to do the cool thing there and grab the key and go, but apparently not. It was completely unnecessary. I agree with you. Like, the setup is not difficult. Like, not part of this level has been difficult. But it certainly has had just clunky parts. Like, there's a bunch of definitely not necessary stuff that has happened here. Like, the bat up there. You cannot see the bat spawn. And it swoops down perfectly. And I guess maybe that's what the coins are trying to tell me. But, doesn't help that much. And honestly, it's better for me to get here without a Fire Flower, because I'm much more likely to just to destroy the shell if I have Fire Flower here. Being small is good. Yes, that was the plan all along. Be small. Like, was it visible? Like, I think yes, I can... Oh, and why aren't those solid? Okay, so yes, the block was actually visible. You could see it, but it's brown on black. So, yeah, bad odds. Yeah, it's barely visible on my setup, and I imagine you guys can see it slightly better. On a CRT, that would be completely invisible. Like, I can see that one block there, but it's not even a Kaizo block. I tried hitting it a number of times. The outline just doesn't do there. I mean, I imagine that if I were to read the judges' comments, it's gonna be one of the things they bring up is like that these blocks are impossible to see because you've chosen this kind of dark color scheme, and it wasn't necessary. Or like a normal question mark block there could have been fine. You know, it didn't need to be an outline one. Like that would have been visible. I think there's a room up there. I wonder if that's a hint about the secret exit, because I don't have... I mean, I haven't gotten far enough to the level to begin thinking about secret exits, I guess. Maybe it's an illusion wall? It's an illusion wall, he said as he got hit. It's a 1-up. There's something written up there, but I can't make it out. But I'm fairly certain that is some textual nonsense. Maybe I'll open it up in Lunar Magic after the fact and check it out. Yeah, it's one of those things you should be careful about. Don't write messages up there. Sometimes people will look in Lunar Magic. This time, it will be different. Okay. I'm gonna assume I don't... Oh no, I didn't even think about... Okay. Well, this is safe. Oh, come on! Do wonder if I need the key for the secret exit. Yeah, fun fact, when you include a string in your files, sometimes people will run the decompiler, look at the resource editor and all the other things to find them. When I was doing Microsoft Puzzle Day, I made a puzzle in Silverlight, because I thought Silverlight would eventually be cool. It wasn't, but you know, one of those things that we didn't know until we got there, that the era of Flash was completely over. And Microsoft-specific Flash wasn't going to be doing much better. But I was having some trouble, like, getting files stored. I needed a file to store a string. It was a maze that I encoded some method, I forget how. And I spent a while trying to figure out the proper way to package it in, because, like, Silverlight things were basically zip files. And you would just move the zip files, specially named packages around that had, like, C# stuff in them that caused magic to happen. I don't remember the rest. But basically, I had a comment in there about something about how Silverlight worked that I was unhappy with. And unfortunately, someone at one of the tests did find it and reported it to the puzzle peoples. So I had to change it. I think I changed it to something along the lines of, like, Silverlight is so amazing in handling files, it causes rainbows to shoot out of your computer. And there was one other issue, was that I realized, of course, you've got a bunch of people, hacker-like people, who would, in fact, decompile it. I didn't want to just leave the answer to the puzzle just sitting there. So what I did was I went and made a quick service that would verify their solution. And I did this using App Engine, because App Engine was just like my web dev place of choice at the time. And I was talking to one of the other puzzle people, like, so I needed this little server bit, and I just made it really quick on Google App Engine. And I don't know, I made it really quick on the site. I didn't even tell them where I made it. One of the guys running the thing's like, Pat, did you put it on Google App Engine? I'm like, maybe. You're gonna rewrite it for Silverlight. Do I have to? Yes. Okay, fine. Of course, using Silverlight was an app. Or not. Did I say Silverlight? Azure. Rewrite it for Azure. And of course, Azure was a complete and utter pain in the ass to use. Oh god, I'm already dead. At that point in time. Any way I might be able to respawn that platform? I don't think so. But basically doing a deploy for App Engine was a matter of, I run the Python script, it's deployed, it's done. Azure, you had to... How did this even work? You couldn't run a script at the time. You had to, like, manually upload a zip file, which put it in the staging environment, which could take upwards of like 20 minutes for it to load properly. I cannot avoid this dang Podobo. And then after it was in the staging environment, you could swap the staging environment and the real environment. Why? I don't know why swapping, but that's just how they implemented it. And there was no way to do this in the command line, because, like, I had a workflow that I was using. Here's the thing, though. I never actually implemented the answer checker in Silverlight. Silverlight. On Azure. What it ended up doing was just having the Azure service call out to the App Engine one, which worked out perfectly, because I'd already written the dang thing. I didn't need to write another one. Sneeze. And yeah, it worked brilliantly, except when I ran into an issue with, like, a URL length problem, and I had to go debug it. And the intern's like, we solved it. I'm like, okay, well, I had to debug a few of them. One was you had to be logged into the domain. Like, make sure you're on a laptop that's logged into the domain, otherwise it's not going to work, because the Azure stuff would not talk to the outside world. And I'd been able to use the... yeah, because I think it was a beta thing. It wasn't able to talk to the outside world as properly as I wanted. Whereas the App Engine one would have worked fine. But anyway, it was just a pain in the butt. It didn't actually add much beyond interns discovering that Microsoft Puzzle people weren't using all Microsoft tooling. And to be honest, I think if the guy hadn't been working on Azure, he wouldn't have cared. But since he was one of the people working on early Azure, he actually did care quite a bit. Alright, let's see if we can get past the first obstacle here. What bugs me, there's 2 opportunities to get power-ups in the first area where you generally should not be getting hit. And there's no opportunities to get power-ups in this area where I'm getting hit a lot. Okay, don't forget what you're doing. Go of Y. Hit box. Just an awful lot of this is tighter than it needs to be. Or whatever. Bye, Charlie. Midway! Oh, thank goodness. Oh, there wasn't another section after that. Pre-H. Post-H is fine. Thank you for the H's. What? What? That didn't help. How? Oh, right. It's all part of the same layer, too. That's really cute, actually. Huh. It's a grab block? It is not. Yeah, mushroom. I did not expect that to work that way, and that is really cute. Okay. This is why we bring an extra shell. Alright, well that was simpler. Maybe the next section will be more like the last one. What is this? Oh. I guess I'm just gonna grab the item. Okay, so that was a level. That second half was really easy. I got the orb. Yeah, thanks to the GGs. I'm curious about what the text that's written up there is, so we're gonna open up Lunar Magic and take a look-see. I want to. Wine Lunar Magic.exe. And we're gonna see what that text was. I don't know if we'll find like the moon or the extra exit, but we can at least find out what that what the words written up there were written. Let's go back into the level. That's going to be less annoying than listening to Bowser's world. And then I need to not die here. So press A. There we go. Yeah, one of the features of my system is I always dump the hacked ROM into the temp directory. I can take a look at it later if I need to. Overworld editor. This one is level numbers 16. I think 115? Let's see if I got it right. Nope. Just 1. Help. It says help up there. Oh, very weird. Yeah, I wonder where the secret was. I don't really know if I want to spend the time finding it. This is also to exit the level 2. Maybe there was a keyhole I just couldn't see. There was a keyhole I just couldn't see. Yep, that was entirely it. I do not think I care enough to go and do that. But basically, after the pipe, there's an illusion wall, and if you take the key with you doing the 1-frame jump, you can do it. That's the gimmick. I don't think I care enough to go and do that now. But it's nice to know what it was. But yeah, kind of a clunky level. Probably just needed some testing.